Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever. Thank you very much for joining me for episode 100. I cannot believe I've got to 100 episodes in this series. Season 2, The Great Lakes, has 100 episodes, and for 100 episodes, for the 100th episode, it seems to have worked out in our favor because we are going to be going from Washington, running along. Like I said, in the last episode, we had to do a bit of traffic management. We still have to do some traffic management here, but we're going to see what happens and how it pans out. But we are going to be running along and out of here, where this 2-track is causing a bottleneck. We're going to be going up here, along here, the Pennsylvania Railroad, peeling off here, heading towards Cleveland. As we go through Cleveland, we're going to go this way, around this way, around here, into Detroit. Once we're through Detroit, we're going to be pottering along this line on the other side of Lake Erie, over here to Toronto on the shores of Lake Ontario. Then from Lake Ontario, we're going to be not going that way. We're going to be going this way, and we're going to run along here again. This is a 2-track. That may be another bottleneck. We're going to run along here through the ghost town that is Sudbury. Then we're going to go along here, and along that new route that we set up, that we've been along once a few episodes ago, but we're going to go along it much faster all the way up to Thunder Bay, where in Thunder Bay there is currently 3 passengers are waiting. But I think that's because somebody's already been picked them up. Oh, they've just picked up 3. That's horrible. I swear somebody must have picked some people up. Oh, look at that! Wow. That's more wobbly than I thought it would be. That's a lot more wobbly than I thought it would be. Thumbs up for wobbly track. They've got 18. So, okay, not much in Thunder Bay, but then again, it is a very small, quiet and empty city at the moment. It's a little town, a freight town. So, let's jump on board and get this playing. Right there. There we go. Let's pick up whoever we need to pick up. In fact, what we'll do is we'll first find out how many people it's actually going to pick up. Dropping everybody off currently. There we go. How many were waiting? I can't remember. Oh yeah, a lot of people were waiting. This is going to be a full train. This is going to be a full train of 154. Surprisingly, Chicago, Washington doesn't have many people waiting. Washington, Philadelphia does. Oh, let's jump on board. We're going to get stuck in traffic. It's a guarantee we're going to get stuck in traffic here. There's no other way that we're going to. Right, let's see how long this takes. Who's going to go first? Who's going to get stuck? Let's speed this up so we can get some movement. There goes one. There goes one. Okay, and that should be us following through. Oh, look at that. Look at that over there as well. There's a plane. There's a plane over there. We need to add a few more airports. Not too many, but a few. And that one's following through as well, so we're just going to stop here. Now, interestingly enough, if we stop here... Right, now here's a question. We stop right here. Who are we blocking? Everybody. Right, at this point in time, we are blocking everybody who wanted to get into that platform. I feel like I may have put one too many carriages on here. Right, you can get yourself going. Come on. There's a lot of traffic coming out of here. I will admit there is a lot of traffic coming out of this. As you can see, look at the sheer volume of traffic piling out of here. Wait, what are you waiting for? Oh, hang on. Hang on. I think we've got a problem. Oh no, it's just literally sheer volume of traffic. Look at this. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. I feel like we're about to move, but I feel like I need to very quickly add another one of these over here just to help slot another train in. I just feel like that's important. And similarly, I feel like I need to add another set of lights here, just so we can slot some trains in. Because again, we're stopped in and stuck in traffic. Here, no, we're not going to put one there. I feel like that should just about help us. But you can see the sheer volume of traffic we've got going on here. Perhaps we can just put a couple in here. Put one there. Oh no, that's made a big mess up. That's okay. We're not going to worry about that. Put one there. There we go. Maybe that will help. Right. Let's go ahead and jump back on board this. Alright, so we're probably going to get stuck right here as well. And there's no point us jumping on board here. We'll keep watching that. There's nothing I can do about the traffic at this moment in time. It literally is just flat out traffic everywhere. But people are starting to clear. Yeah, the ways are starting to clear very slowly. Got a block there, that block there is now clearing. These blocks are clearing. These blocks are all fine. Out here it's fine. It's just this area here is so busy for the tracks that it has. And just to give you an example once again, if we were just to go to visible tracks there, we have, well, you can just see the colours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 tracks, 4 lines, and how many trains? How many trains going in and out of that? That's 10 of those. 6 of those, that's 16, 21. That looks like 6 of those, so that's 27. That's 8 of those, that's going to be 30, what, 35. And another 7 of those. So that's 42 trains. 42 trains going in and out of this 4-track section. It's a lot. It is a lot to be handling. And we've just got to make the most of it. Alright, this section should be cleared very soon, so we should at least be cleared to the next block section. And of course these trains are not helping. So that's another thing we need to upgrade. We do need to sort of start upgrading trains. I feel like making longer trains but less trains may be best for us now. Such a nice looking train. Let's jump on board now. So let's see actually what speed we do get up to in these videos, or in this episode 100, the chock-a-block episode. Right, I should probably delete those 2 signals to help us out. See, those trains cause issues. Right, and we are stuck in traffic once again, as you can see. In fact, you can see the train ahead. This is literally like something like Paddington. This is literally, yeah, like an entrance or an approach to Paddington or King's Cross or something like that. It really is. It's quite something. But at least we're not stopped for too long anymore. So obviously the initial exit is a little bit hectic because of the 2-track. So if we were to upgrade that, that would be a little bit better. But next up we've got standard signals. So we've got a mix of signals here. Now we're on a red signal once again. Start of the bridge. So we're not heading far at all. We really are not heading far at all. It's very slow. Although there we go, we're now cleared through the next signal. Now the thing is, if that initial section was, let's say, 25 miles per hour, we wouldn't be travelling any faster than this speed. And with that, if this bridge was where we went up to 40, that would help us move trains. If that was slower, it would really help us move trains. So again, I think speed limits are very important to keep the traffic flowing on the railways. All right. So we're getting better at being cleared through. Still a little bit slow. Great acceleration on this train. We're already up to 25 miles per hour. In fact, this entire approach could be 25, and that would be slow, but it would help. It would definitely help people get through. Right, so there's a train going off in the distance. I think we're cleared now. We should be clear on the next signal as well, I think. Yes, we are clear on the next signal, but those trains are going to take a while to accelerate, whilst we're clearly not. A lot of trains visible today as well. We can take a count of them if someone wants to take a count of how many trains were visible. There's a plane going overhead as well. So we can always say, right, let's just take a count out here. I think that's 2 trains now. Forget the one ahead of us, but one came back and this one here, so that's 2. Oh, we had a third as well coming back. So that's 3. We're already to 53 miles per hour. Now we're moving. So we've seen, I think, 3 trains so far. Oh, plus the one we saw on the exit, so that's 4. The Philadelphia Electric one, so that's 4 trains. Right, we're going to cross over now. There's a 5th train and a 6th train. There's a 7th train. This is remarkable. There's an 8th train. And you can see that the express route, I think it's an autosave happening, the express route really is working now. That's train number 8. We're cleared. We're going to stop eventually, it's a guaranteed. Is that a stop for us? It looks like there's a stop. No, that's clear. That's train number 9. Again, these ones are really stuck in traffic, aren't they? There's number 10. Doing 70 miles an hour happily. There's a lot of traffic here. Off the power. Train number 11. Back on the power. Train number 12, one of ours. Train number 13. There's a lot. Why is there so much traffic? Go around this corner. Train number 14 still stuck in traffic. We are going to have to work out why there's so much traffic, and we're stuck here as well. Alright. Train number 14, and we are stuck. And that one's just been cleared. Great. Now we've got to remember not to count that train as we go again. But that's train number 14. We've got a tram going past as well. Right, we've definitely got a good journey though. We got up to 70 straight out, which is good. That's faster than these trains go anyway. I'm going to miss the steam trains. I am going to definitely miss steam trains. I mean, the Hudson's, obviously the New York one's going to be a steam train, but still, I'm going to miss the other steam trains, like these Atlantics. They're just so much nicer. So we're going to have to wait for that train to go through before we're cleared in. Still, not bad. So now we're on the Cleveland approach, which is another very, very busy station. Which is why it's going to take so long. Oh, suddenly a crane appeared. A wild crane appears. Alright. Checking the time here. Comes another train. Going to pull up alongside us. No, that one's going to continue straight through. Ah. Now that's awkward. That's very awkward. We don't want to be stuck here too long. But I suppose it does help because it's clearing the backlog, which we would have a problem with. Let's speed time up a little bit. Just so we're not waiting. I don't want you guys to be waiting for too long. Right, that one's now stopped, so we should be next. There's one's just stopped next to us. So I take it we're next into the station. Interestingly, no trains coming back the other way. There we go, we're next into a station. Now, I think maybe I can improve this approach. I feel like there must be a way to improve it. That's train number 15. Over there, that's a Washington-Toronto train. I'm wondering if there is a way to improve this approach. If I were to keep it 4-track... No, it's just going to make it... It's just going to be havoc. It's going to be absolute havoc. It is. I probably need to get rid of that signal that we're passing right now as well. We are going to get stuck in traffic right here. And this is where the terrain's just gone wrong. Oh no, we're cleared. Brace yourselves. Ow. Oh, that train is in a state, isn't it? We need to upgrade that. So that's now, that was what, train number 16? I think that was train number 16. But you can see here's Cleveland. We're just going to stop at almost at the end of the platform. About 2/3 the way down, I suppose. There we go. Alright, so now from here it should be a lot easier, I think. Right, so he's going to get stuck in traffic. I can see another train out there, so that's train number 17. That's not one that we've seen before. That's not a bad junction. It's a shame it doesn't turn out as well as I want it to, but that's not a bad junction. Alright, so now we can just continue on our way. Next stop, Detroit, Michigan Central. Train number 18, that's one of ours. Alright. And now we're stuck. What are we stuck behind now? There we go, cleared. I don't know what we were stuck behind. And like an idiot, I'm actually moving my head trying to see around the corner. Yep, well done. Well done. Alright, so this 2-track is obviously another area where there's not that many trains running. I think there's only I think there's only 2 or 3 trains or 2 or 3 routes that run through here, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. That's train number 19. Some old semaphores from the old track. You see the overpass on this just ahead of us. We're obviously going to peel off to the right hand side right now, I believe. So this is some new track as well, a new junction. And we're just about to join the Canadian main line, or the... I don't know what the name of this one is. The Chicago it goes from Chicago all the way out to Ottawa, through Detroit, through Buffalo, and we are cleared through that. So we'll just join up here, slow down a little bit, and get stuck in traffic right here. Okay. Oh, we're waiting for the Canadian Circular. No, that's the sorry, that's the Can-Am Express to go past. That's fine. I'm not too worried about that. That is an express train after all. We are going to get stuck in traffic behind it, I'm fairly sure, but whatever. So that's the main line ahead of us again. Or a different main line. That's not the Philadelphia or Pennsylvania main line. This is the... I don't know what to call this one. I suppose I could call that the Can-Am main line. Leave a comment in the comments box. What should I call that main line? Can I call that the Can-Am? Also, that was train number 20, I believe. So train number 20 is fine for us. Still waiting in traffic. Da-da-da. I can hear another train. Or is that a bus? Where's the bus going to be if it's a bus? I can see a bus, but I heard... I don't know. I mean, we know we can get in and out of this because we've seen trains coming back the other way, so we know it's just a bit of a wait into the stations. We've got extra platforms that we might be able to use in Detroit. We've got 2 extra platforms, so if I was to do a little bit of rejigging, I might be able to use those 2 extra platforms, and that might help out. Here we go, we're cleared in. And obviously this is a very, very interesting junction. We've got lines that go everywhere over here. Now, if I were to put a signal just before the station, I feel like a train of this size would be able to fit, and that would help with traffic flow. If I were to put a signal, for example, right here. Yeah, train number 21. Autosave, I believe. Auto-saving. Yeah, maybe, potentially. Not many people waiting over here on our platform. So clearly not many people are going to be headed towards Toronto with our train, unless already people are on there. Alright, so we're stopped here. I like this bridge, I've always liked this bridge. And next stop, Toronto Union Station. I know this video is probably going to go on a little longer than the 30 minutes, but that's okay. Now, ooh. Oh. That's a problem. What has happened there? I need to go check. You're stopped for what? You're stopped because you're stopped. You're stopped because you're stopped. You're stopped because you're stopped and you're stopped. And you two are stopped because... oh, no apparent reason. I can't see a reason for you guys to be stopped. I don't understand. Who's going to go? Alright. Oh, look at that. All those ones now available. Oh, look. Canadian Pacific and Amtrak. We've got Amtrak for the first time. Alright, so you're going to go. What are you stopped for? Who has blocked your path? Is it you, the Canadian Circular? It might be you. Talk about traffic down every route. Alright, so if I let that go... now are you just going to go straight through? No, you're going to stop there. For what? What platform do you want? I see the problem. I do see the problem here. I definitely see the problem. Okay. We'll have to come back to that. Let's get back on board our train. Which we're going to get stuck in traffic again anyway. Good test here. Looks like we might be getting to a point where it's a little bit too much for realistic signalling to handle it. Which is a concern. to get through block. So now we get stuck at this one, but it should only be a matter of a few seconds before we're cleared through the next one. Alright, I tell you what, to help out here, what if I were to put you. This might help out. Look. Both ways to ease that. And then we've got that one there, so that's just an extra. That's an extra block. Right, that's an extra block for us. That's good. Now I wonder if I were to switch the Toronto, if I were to switch that onto a different line, would it help? If I were to take that over that side, don't know. Not too sure. Not too sure. Obviously, for this section, we're going to get stuck behind trains a remarkable amount. But what can you do? You can't do anything about it. It's just the way it goes, unfortunately. Obviously, all a work in progress. Everything's getting expanded and changed and whatnot. And here's our entire huge supersized depot area, place, thingamabob. Right, so I assume we're now going to get stuck at this light. Yeah, we get stuck at this light, but we should then be cleared very soon to the next light. I think. There we go. Yep, immediately we're clear to the next light. So this is we're sort of a slower train or faster train chasing slower trains stuck in traffic because of an where the heck are you going? What did you do that for? Were you supposed to do that? Maybe I told you to do that. Alright, well, fine. It keeps you at 24 for a little while as the train crosses over. Maybe this will help us. I doubt it, but you never know. We've got another set of signals coming up. I assume we're going to get held here now. What train number is that? I've forgotten the train numbers now. 25? Oh, that's a green signal. I think it's train number 25. Someone must be keeping count. Well, certainly not me. I think that's, hold on, 21, 22. No, I think that's train 23. Yeah, it's 23. Alright, now we've caught up to the Can-Am. That was in our way earlier, so that's kind of a good sign. Catching up to the Can-Am. So we've already counted this train, but now we're stuck in traffic once again, which is not going to help us. Hi. Alright. Now we're stuck in traffic on the Toronto approach. So it looks like all the stations are just getting a little bit too busy now. Fast forward. Train number 26 in the distance, or 24 in the distance, I don't know. There goes another train. That should be followed by that train, which should be followed by our train. Alright, we're getting somewhere. We are moving. We are definitely moving. It's just a bit stop-start. I wonder if it's a good idea to delete all the signals and re-signal them for the modern age, taking into account speed and everything like that. But then I think maybe it's just better to reduce the number of trains we have running. If I was to take 2 trains off every single service and expand and make the trains longer, so if 2 trains came off every single service and the trains were 50% longer, that would really help. That would definitely help. Train number 25, one of ours. I feel like that would help if I did that. I don't know. That's train number 26. That's just pulled up. It's just pulled up over there. Let me know in the comments box. Should I start upgrading trains to be obviously faster they're going to get, but faster and longer, and then reduce the number of trains, yeah. So we've got faster and longer trains, but less trains. Effectively keeping the same capacity, but then we're not really managing our capacity right now, are we? That's the issue. That's the other issue. We're not managing our capacity. And that is a cause for concern. That's a problem. If we don't manage our capacity, we're stuck. There's an aircraft going over and just disappeared from view. Train number 27, I think. Coming along. Hi. Bye. I think that might be a good idea. That might just be a good idea. Because otherwise we're just going to get stuck like this, or we're going to have ridiculous types of signals. Where are you going? Train number 27, 28. Autosave. I feel like this is proven something right now. This has definitely proven something. Yes, I know about that. And it's proven that we've got some issues bringing trains in and out of platforms. Hang on a minute, there's nobody in the... What is going on? Okay, you know what? I am going to... This is a good idea. Right now, I am going to change... I'm going to change that platform. I'm going to change it over to go that side. I don't know why. I don't know why I think that's going to help. I just think that's going to help. So I'm going to do... There's already a train going into that platform. I could change it across this side. Let the train in there. It just feels like there's a lot going on here. And that's not ideal. What is this pink line? That's my line. Okay. I feel like we might have to go 6 platforms here. Maybe that's what it is. If we were to go 6 platforms, we might be okay. So, alright, we're going to have to bear with it for now. Yeah, I think we're going to have to bear with it for now. And then we're going to have to go up to 6 platforms, possibly in the next video, because that's... If I switch out to 6 platforms, I have a feeling that this entire queue, this whole logjam section, is going to be completely cleared just by switching that to 6 platforms. Because the issue is not getting the trains along the track. Train number 27, I think, or 28 now. The issue is not getting the trains along the track. The issue is from here, getting the trains into the platform. That's what the issue is. So if I were to make sure that there are 2 extra platforms available, that would stop, for example, this, because that train would have already gone, which it's going now, but that train would have already gone and would already be going into a platform, whilst we would... The only thing we would be waiting for is for that train to clear the following section, the upcoming section of track. We wouldn't be waiting for it to do anything else. Yeah, that's making a lot of sense to me. Because that's all we're waiting for here. If you have a look at this, we speed that up. All we're going to be waiting for at this point in time is for that Can-Am train to get into a platform. There you go. It's waiting. That's literally just waiting for a platform. But if we had 6 platforms, that would already be in a platform. Yeah, that would already be in a platform. And there's another one. It's just going to do the same thing. It's going to wait for a platform. But by this time, that train should already be on its way out. So this one would be going right now, for example. But at the moment, it's not, because it has to literally wait for that train to exit. Yeah, that's got to wait for that train to exit. And that. But if we had 6 platforms, we'd have 3, so that one would be on its own, and then there'd be 3 coming this way, and that would solve the problem. No issues. Right, we should be next up now. There we go. So now we shouldn't have to wait for a platform. Here's the thing though, because actually we're going to have to wait for that train. That train's going to block our route. Coming along there, the Canadian Circular. I have a feeling that's going to block our route out or in. Well, we'll find out. I mean, we are on a... Actually, no, it's our own, isn't it? So we should go straight in. There we go. We're entering Toronto now. Now we're in Canada. So you can see, we have got a clear path in. Right here. Nice and slow, but we've got a clear path into our platform. It's the Canadian, or the Can-Am Express, that doesn't have a clear path into our platform. And that's what we need to give it. And that's what's causing a lot of the hold-ups. So that's what we're going to do. Right, so we're going to stop here, grab someone from Toronto Union Station, and we only have 2 stops to go, Sudbury and Thunder Bay, and then we're going to end the video. This video is going to be very long. But hey, it's episode 100. I think episode 100 deserves to have a video that's long. I'm just thinking, how many series have I made that have got to episode 100? The only other series was the Assetto Corsa. Oh, look at this. And you can see the acceleration difference for us. We've clearly got better acceleration than those Atlantics. These people must be loving this though. Like, whoa, look what's happening here. Ow, that's hurt. But we are going to get stuck in traffic. No, we're not. It's going to wait for us. No, we're going to wait for it. No, what's happened? We're both waiting for... No, there we go. They were being Canadian, that's what it was. After you. No, after you. No, I'm sorry, after you. Just go. After you. No, after you. Totally not Canadian, eh? And he probably, as he went by, he probably looked out, stuck his hand out the window. Sorry. So sorry. Canadians are remarkably polite, at least in the stereotype. I wonder if they are in real life. Perhaps not. Maybe not. I don't know. Right, and now we're going to swing off. Now we shouldn't have any problems from here. Now we can really see, open the taps on this, what is it, Alco PA, whatever it is. We're really going to open the taps on it and see what we can do. Off throttle right now as we go around this corner. And we're going to kick in the throttle in a few seconds. There we go. And just absolutely go for it. So we're looking for 112 on the speedo. Let's see what we can get to. But yes, I think I've only done 2 series that have reached episodes 100 before. Assetto Corsa was one of them. That's the original series on the channel. And the other episode is the other series is now this Transport Fever Series 2. I don't remember doing. I've gotten close to episode 100. I think Dirt Rally got to like episode 85 or something like that. Autosave, obviously. City Skylines got to episode 73. The reason that didn't get to, that would have easily got to 100, but there was too many issues with mods, so that didn't get to 100. Assetto Corsa is just reviewing cars, so that's easy to get to 100. Really, this is actually one where it's been continuous. Every episode's linked on to the other, and that's big. That really is big. Even Flight Sim World, the amount of videos I make on Flight Sim World, that didn't get to episode 100 because early access. I got to episode 49 before they ended early access, and now in phase 2, so we start from episode 1 all over again. Euro Truck Simulator got nowhere near, even though I wanted it to. Maybe this new series will. Kerbal Space Program potentially might. I don't know. We'll have to see. We will have to see. We are already doing 77 miles an hour. That's good going as we head for Sudbury. So this is important. Now we get to see the throttle. You know, we actually get to see the acceleration on this, the power of these engines, taking people out at pretty high speed. So it's obviously this section of track isn't as densely populated. As a matter of fact, there's hardly any trains that run along here. As you can see, there's one. They need replacement. But we're getting to 85 miles an hour as we approach Sudbury. That's a big thing. I'm just wondering if we should just bypass Sudbury, just blast through it at 86 or almost 90 miles an hour. We'd be blasting through Sudbury. That would be interesting. That would be very interesting. Just blast straight through the ghost town. I can't believe I messed up this town. And I did so much work getting the roads right as well. So annoying. So annoying. That's a bit of a gap that needs to be filled in. No cars, absolute ghost towns, people standing on the platform like, why have I ended up here? Right, how long to go? Well, next stop is Thunder Bay. The next stop is Thunder Bay. I only know how to do the London Underground because I've never heard anything else. This is an express train from Washington to Thunder Bay via... I don't even know where it stops now. Where is it? Via Cleveland, Detroit, Michigan Central, Toronto Union Station, and Sudbury. There you go. That's something like that. All right, 55 miles an hour. We've got a sharp corner coming up. So we're probably going to be slowing down a little for that. Isn't it a 60 mile an hour corner actually? I can't remember. I think it's 60, so we won't be slowing down, but we won't be speeding up. That's a horrible junction. Oh no, apparently it's a bit more than that. What did I make it 70? Maybe I made it 70, but now we're on a bit of two track. Hopefully we don't get stuck behind one of the Milwaukee Road steam engines. No, it was 60. There we go. There was an area that was 60. So as long as we don't get stuck between one of them or behind one of the Milwaukee Road engines, which to be honest they should be doing 90 miles an hour anyway or thereabouts, we should be able to really crank up the power. And obviously we're carrying a lot more people along here. So there we go, we're already at 70. And obviously some of these turns are a little bit slow, but not all of them. We are going up and down the hills. 71 miles per hour. There we go, continuing along. Very nice. I like railways that do this. Alright, it looks like this is a 70 mile an hour corner. So we've got the 70 mile per hour corner. We've also got the Wibble. That's going to be coming up soon. The Thunder Bay Wibble. This is, I think, maybe a slower corner. No. We seem to be okay. Now we're accelerating once again. Going to go into a tunnel, I think. There's the tunnel. Definitely in the Canadian heartland now. Is this Alberta? I don't know. Is this Alberta? Perhaps. I don't think we're in the Ontario province anymore. There we go, 80 miles per hour. We should be coming up back to 4-track. There we go, there's the 4-track. We're going to stay in the middle. Now we shouldn't get held up at all by any of the Milwaukee Road engines. As a matter of fact, I would like to catch one of them. That would be interesting. Obviously, we've got the superior acceleration and we've got the superior top speed. So that would be really interesting. But I don't know. We'll see. We will see. This is another slow corner. 65 mile an hour corner or thereabouts. So unfortunately we do have a few of these. But not a lot. Not a lot. And I think here comes the Thunder Bay Whipple, which will promptly go into a tunnel, and that's where we're really going to see what the max speed we're going to get out of this. So here's a Thunder Bay Whipple. Now surprisingly, I don't think we're getting the speed that the Milwaukee engines were getting, and that might be because of the longer consist that we've got. You know, that is quite a long consist. So here we go into the Thunder Bay Whipple. 40 miles an hour through the Whipple, and then we're really going to put our foot down. So they reached, what was it, 80... what was the highest speed I saw on it? Actually, they may have... Was it 93 was the highest speed I saw? Maybe they may have reached that. And over here, I think they reached 80 something. So clearly, we're going to see whether this train is worth it or not. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Let's find out. I mean, it does have the, like I said, it has the superior acceleration, so it should be able to pick up speed a lot faster than the Milwaukee Road ones. On the other hand, it does have a much longer consist than the Milwaukee Road ones. So we are at 60 miles an hour. Yeah, see, look, it's not picking up speed as fast as I would have hoped. We're getting by though. We're on the shores now of Lake Superior, and we're almost at Thunder Bay. I don't think we're going to get to the speed we want. Let's find out though, and that's where we're going to end. It's almost a 50-minute video. This is going to take very long to render. I guess I'm going to be up all Monday night rendering this and then uploading it, I guess. 70 miles per hour. Yep, we're not getting the speed. We're definitely not getting the speed we want here. There we go, we've just hit 70. That's a little bit embarrassing. Interesting, interesting. But I suppose we needed the power on the engine to haul such a long train and such a heavy train. We only reached 77 miles an hour, and there's the Milwaukee Road, and that is the end of the line. We got from one side of the map to the other side of the map, and it took a long time. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transport Fever. Leave a comment in the comments box below. We're only taking 29 passengers here. That's abysmal. Although Thunder Bay is growing now. It's definitely growing. So there's a lot more houses, lots more housing going on here, and they're cutting into this. Obviously, like I said, subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transport Fever Season 2, the Great Lakes, and of course then Series 3 or Season 3, whatever you wish to call it. There's only 10 on that. If you want to support me on Patreon, link to that is in the description box below. I would massively appreciate your support. It would help me out a huge amount, and it will also give you access to my Discord server where you can you'll be able to chat with me, and we'll be able to have nice discussions about the future of what I'm doing on the channel. You get to help out with that, you get to decide, you get to help out with a whole bunch of stuff, see things beforehand, and influence the content I create and how I create it. So do stay tuned for all of that stuff. You know, if you want, Discord will be your place to go. In the next video, if I just pause that there, in the next video I think we need to upgrade and fix up this approach here. I think that's that's causing a logjam all the way down this route. So if we can just fix that with extra platforms, that should sort that out. We also need to get this fixed. As you can see, the traffic that is caused over here is unacceptable. So what we need to do is we need to change this to 4-track here as well, and that should help the traffic issue coming out of Washington heading westbound. So that should help us there. Everything else seems to be okay, and then I suppose all we need to do is just one route going through the mountains up here, which we might do after that, and then a couple of freight lines, and we are good to go, I think. So thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much for 100 videos. Like, please, you know, subscribe, support, follow, whatever you do, thumbs up, whatever it is. And I hope to see you guys next time. I could bridge this. Oh, actually, that's another one I need to do. I need to fix this as well. And I will see you guys next time. So we'll try and do all 3 of those in the next episode of Transport Fever, the Great Lakes.